Right now, a stop in Madison earlier today by President Biden. We look back at his visit. Plus, we hear from voters reacting to the president's visit as some continue to call for him to withdraw from the election. And ballot drop boxes ruled legal by the Wisconsin Supreme Court. We're following the reaction after the justice's decision. That's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. Thank you for joining us. Another visit to Wisconsin today for President Joe Biden. In fact, right here to Madison. Here he is arriving at the Dane County Regional Airport this afternoon. Always a big day when the president is in town, and that's been the case for us here at News 3 Now. Throughout the speech, Biden touted some of his accomplishments from his first term while also trying to draw separation between him and former President Donald Trump. Political reporter Will Keneally has more from inside Biden's speech.
He first introduced me to Wisconsin a long time ago when I was a kid. I'm only 40 now, but I was a kid.
President Biden didn't shy away from the elephant in the room during his rally in Madison on Friday. Questions about the future of his campaign based on last month's debate.
Can't say it was my best performance.
We love it, Joe.
But ever since then, there's been a lot of speculation. What's Joe going to do? Well, here's my answer. I am running and going to win again.
The questions about whether he is too old to run, Biden dismissed them by talking up his record.
I wasn't too old to create over 15 million new jobs. To make sure 21 million Americans are insured under the Affordable Care Act.
During the president's visit, News 3 Now got a separate behind-the-scenes look at Biden meeting with voters in Madison. And throughout the speech, he stressed the importance of the Biden faithful that delivered Wisconsin for him and who he hopes won't stay home in November.
Millions of Democrats like you just voted for me in primaries all across America. You voted for me to be your nominee, no one else.
Now, Biden was introduced by big-name Democrats like Governor Tony Evers. Notably absent, though, was Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin. She was campaigning near Green Bay today and said her reason to miss the Madison speech was to focus on the voters.
Is there a reason you're not going to be joining him in Madison tomorrow?
Because we've planned this Fired Up for Tammy tour for a long time.
Biden now heads to Pennsylvania for the weekend. Reporting in Madison, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
We'll have much more on the president's visit momentarily, but first, Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington has the first warn forecast out on the patio. Alex?
Hey, Armin, out here on the patio, it's beautiful for a Friday night. Temperatures in the low to mid 60s right now. It's calm. The shower activity is largely dwindled across all of southern Wisconsin, sitting at 64 degrees. No wind. The relative humidity is starting to come up. Might be dealing with a little bit of patchy fog tomorrow morning to start off Saturday, especially in some of those low-lying areas, the Wisconsin river valleys. Here, radar 3000 not showing anything across Dane County. Just a couple of very isolated little dots across southern Wisconsin. Could see a sprinkle or a few raindrops yet overnight tonight. But some areas did pick up a decent amount of rainfall, especially up towards central Wisconsin, up towards Juneau and Adams counties, over towards Marquette and Green Lake counties, picking up anywhere between a ½ inch and an inch. They had a lot more over portions of central and northeastern Wisconsin. This is the remnants of yesterday's storm system, still kind of meandering over the state of Wisconsin with far less amounts of water down towards Monroe and Janesville and Beloit. Future track trying to show just a couple of little green dots, like I said, the rest of the night tonight. It's generally going to be partly cloudy with maybe a sprinkle or two. Planning the rest of the night going on into the start of Saturday, starting off at around 60. By the time we get to 10 o'clock, temperatures will already be approaching 70 degrees, and Saturday is going to be the better of the pick, in my opinion, out of the weekend when temperatures right around 80, because storm chances increase on Sunday. We're going to track those storms coming up in Maine weather.
Alex, thank you. President Joe Biden continues to answer questions about his ability to serve another 4 years in office at his age. In an exclusive interview with ABC News anchor George Stephanopoulos today at Madison Sherman's Middle School, he says his medical team is regularly assessing his health.
Are you more frail?
No.
I know you spoke.
Keep my schedule.
I know you spoke with your doctor after the debate. What did he say?
He said, he just looked at me. He said, "You're exhausted." I said, "Look, I have medical doctors travel me everywhere. Every president does, as you know. Medical doctors, some of the best in the world, travel me everywhere I go. I have an ongoing assessment of what I'm doing. And they don't hesitate to tell me if they think there's something wrong."
ABC News says they also offered a sit-down with former President Donald Trump, but he declined. And Trump's polling advantage over Biden grows slightly larger. In the latest New York Times Siena College poll, Trump leads Biden 49 to 41% among registered voters. This poll came after last week's CNN debate. Biden's job approval rating has fallen to 34%, while 62% say they disapprove with the findings and are based on more than 1,500 registered voters questioned from June 28th through July 2nd. And it's a tighter race in the latest Marquette Law School poll. Biden and Trump tied at 50% among registered Wisconsin voters, but Trump gets the edge 51% to 49% when it comes to likely Wisconsin voters. It's worth noting this poll was conducted before the presidential debate. 781 Wisconsin voters were polled. And Biden is looking to recoup support here in Wisconsin. Today's visit was actually his second to Madison in the last 3 months. In early April, he made a stop at Madison College announcing a student debt forgiveness plan. That was the Biden administration's second attempt at a sweeping student debt relief plan after the Supreme Court struck down an earlier White House plan in June of last year. And of course, it hasn't just been Biden making visits to Madison. Other members of his administration have too, including Vice President Kamala Harris. She was last here in March promoting an executive order expanding apprenticeships programs. Harris spoke to workers at a new Metro Transit building construction site on Hanson Road. And late last summer, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden came to Madison and Verona. Her visit focused on the White House's initiative to prevent millions of cancer-related deaths. She then spoke to educators at Verona's Glacier Edge Elementary School. It was the first time a sitting First Lady visited Madison since Michelle Obama did back in October 2014. And then back in February of last year, President Biden flew into Madison and was taken a short distance north to DeForest, where he spoke about his economic policy at a union training center. This was a day after he delivered his 2023 State of the Union address. All of these visits, part of a clear strategy by the Biden administration in the lead up to this November's election. And winning over voters here in Wisconsin is a key part of that strategy. After the president's shaky debate performance last week, he looked to reassure voters that he's fit for another term with this visit. Our Ellie LaLiberte spent the day talking with local voters to see what they think.
We appreciate what he's done, and it's time to pass the torch.
Well, I'm here because I support the candidacy of Biden-Harris 2024.
Our two major parties are both corrupt to the core.
A key moment for the Biden campaign. Hundreds of voters in Madison came out to voice their opinions about the president. For the first visit to swing state Wisconsin since his debate against Trump, people carried signs calling for the president to step down.
My sign is a message to Joe Biden.
To supporters.
I'm proud to support them.
To protesters. Repeating the message from Biden's last visit to the Wisconsin Capitol, calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. And those upset with both Trump and Biden.
We aren't given choices unless you vote third party, and third party candidates have a very difficult time winning.
Mixed opinions.
90 minutes of bad does not undo the 3.5 years of good. And it is good.
There's no way that Joe Biden can win my vote.
Proving Wisconsin's importance for November. Reporting in Madison, Ellie LaLiberte, News 3 Now.
And ahead of the president's visit today, Wisconsin Republicans hosting a call with Congressman Brian Stile and Senate candidate Eric Hovde. Chairman Brian Schimming saying the Biden campaign is in crisis following Biden's performance at last week's CNN debate.
In the span of less than 10 days, the Biden campaign has gone from one of confidence to calamity to crisis. Confidence that they could still win this election to calamity at the debate to crisis right now. The Democratic Party nationally and in Wisconsin is in disarray.
Earlier this week, Biden told a Milwaukee radio station that he made, quote, a mistake with his performance, but urged voters to judge him on his record at the White House and not 90 minutes on stage. Well, ballot drop boxes are allowed once again in Wisconsin thanks to a 4-3 decision today from the Wisconsin Supreme Court. In 2022, the court decided ballot drop boxes could only be housed in local election clerks' offices, not out in other convenient public spaces. But after Justice Janet Protasewicz's win last year flipped the court to a liberal majority, a voter mobilization group asked that they take another look. The court today overturned the 2022 decision.
Every other state in the Midwest, including our neighbors Iowa, Illinois, Minnesota, Michigan, Indiana, all allow voter drop boxes. And the fact that it was prohibited 2 years ago was an outlier. It never should have been done. And the Supreme Court actually righted a very wrong decision that was made 2 years ago.
All three conservative justices on the court dissented, criticizing their liberal counterparts for ignoring the previous decision. And new tonight, information in the shooting that killed one man in Columbus yesterday, just hours ahead of the town's 4th of July parade. The victim tonight has been identified as 42-year-old Jose de Jesus Fuentes Hernandez of Columbus. The suspect, 22-year-old Jonathan Javier Luna, also of Columbus, is now facing a first-degree intentional homicide charge. Police Chief Dennis Weiner telling us the public was instrumental in helping them find Luna.
I'm getting email with video links from citizens that saw the press releases of helpful video. Essentially, at the onset of the case, we had nothing. We got good information from the public. One specific contact from the public provided a nugget of information of something they saw that led us to the suspect.
Columbus police tell us the two had some sort of interaction outside of a bar in the downtown area, when that there ended in gunfire. Luna was arrested hours later in Madison. And in eastern Wisconsin, some residents are back in their homes tonight in Manawa after authorities said the dam on the Little Wolf River was compromised with major damage. It had prompted earlier evacuations in the day after the city received more than 4 inches of rain. The flash flooding at one point blocked all entrances to the city. Some roads are still closed tonight, and residents living near the river have been told to stay cautious. And this was the scene this morning on the Lake Michigan shore near Green Bay. It's wreckage left over from late last night when a 58-year-old Minnesota man crashed his boat. He struck a stone wall just north of the Kewanee Lighthouse. First responders transported all 4 people on the boat to shore. 2 people were hurt, and one of them was taken to a medical facility with non-life-threatening injuries. The other was treated on the scene. Investigators are looking into exactly what happened. Well, more stories are ahead at 10. Beryl has weakened to a tropical storm, but it left damage behind in the Caribbean and Mexico. A look at the cleanup underway as it targets parts of Texas by early next week.
Stars and Stripes savings must end Monday at Ashley. Get the guaranteed lowest prices with savings up to 75% off holiday doorbusters in stock while they last. And save even more on closeouts. Plus, take special financing for 5 years. Only at Ashley.
Introducing TPC Wisconsin, Madison's elite golf club with worldwide privileges. Plus, extraordinary amenities to keep you active year-round, to keep you fit, and well-equipped for the course, to keep you connected to what matters the most. Play where the pros play with an exclusive membership at TPC Wisconsin. Make it your club today.
I'm coming to you live from Wisconsin, where the Wisconsin Lottery's newest scratch game is taking over. Let me tell you, this is big. Are you getting this? It's Winning Streak, a brand new $10 scratch game. Match any of your numbers to winning numbers or reveal 3 identical numbers in a row. You could win up to $100,000. So cool. Now available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
It should have been stopped. That's neglect of duty. As a sheriff, it's awful to watch police officers getting attacked. That's not supporting this badge and this uniform. I have no desire to work with somebody who divides. That's not what America is, but I work with anybody who unites. That's why I'm with President Joe Biden.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
These are real people seeking solutions to real problems.
I have plantar fasciitis.
Pain with my feet, my knees.
Feet, knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports.
I definitely feel the heel-to-toe walk. I'm not feeling any pain, especially in my heel. That's where I always feel it.
I don't feel the knee pain.
I didn't notice any pain in my back.
I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Oh, You're a blessing in disguise.
Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
The time to save is now during Ashley's Stars and Stripes mattress event. Get the guaranteed lowest prices on top mattress brands. Save up to $1,200 instantly on adjustable mattress sets and special financing for 60 months. Save now at Ashley.
From damaging drought to catastrophic flooding and severe storms in every season, the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team gives you a deeper understanding of Wisconsin's ever-changing weather with special reports that go beyond the barometer. Only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Moving forward.
A home in Sun Prairie was heavily damaged after a fire overnight. Just after 3:30 this morning, officials were called to a home on Allen Avenue, a block north of Main Street. The Sun Prairie Fire Department says the fire started outside and led into the garage and the rest of the house. The home suffered about $250,000 worth of damage, with most of the damage to the garage. 2 individuals and a dog were able to get out and were not harmed. At least 11 people are dead after Beryl hit parts of the Caribbean and Mexico. It's since been weakened to a tropical storm, but it passed over southern Mexico as a hurricane earlier today and is now churning through the Gulf of Mexico on its way north. CBS News' Janet Shamlian is in South Texas with more.
Beryl slammed into Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula as a Category 2 hurricane Friday morning. Winds of up to 110 miles per hour hit tourist areas like Tulum. When Beryl passed over the Caribbean earlier this week, briefly, it was a Category 5. The earliest that's happened in the Atlantic on record. Jamaica dodged a direct hit, but the damage on the southern coast stretches for miles.
That roof lifted. Another strong wind come and it blew off.
International aid workers say on some smaller Caribbean islands, several people died and almost every home sustained damage.
It must be noted that we are only at the beginning of the hurricane season. We still have a staggering 5 months to go.
With cleanup there underway, Beryl is now heading north toward Texas and the United States.
Just keeping an eye on the radar.
This family is enjoying the beach at South Padre Island, but won't be taking any chances this weekend.
Will you head back to McAllen before the storm comes?
Oh, definitely, yeah. We're just here for the day. Just enjoy the weather before it gets
All right.
a little bad.
Residents along the coast are making preparations, filling sandbags and moving boats from docks.
The damage that we get here at the dock, you'll get some 3 or 4 foot waves coming through here, along with winds and high tides.
The National Hurricane Center is forecasting Beryl to make landfall in South Texas early Monday morning. Janet Shamlian, CBS News, South Padre Island, Texas.
Meteorologist Alex Harrington joins us now with the First Warn forecast. Alex.
Armand, even on the First Warn weather team, we can track hurricanes as well. We're all trained in hurricanes as well when we go to school for atmospheric and oceanic sciences. And here's Beryl just getting off of the Yucatan Peninsula. When it's over land, it loses its features because you need that warm, humid air, the warm waters to really help churn this heat engine. And now that the center of Beryl is getting out into the Gulf of Mexico where it has nothing but warm waters from the Yucatan all the way to the southeastern coast of Texas will allow that hurricane, or excuse me, that tropical storm and that feature. We might see that churn back up, as we were just mentioning there, perhaps up to Category 1 storm. But we got to keep an eye on that. Waters are warm in the Gulf of Mexico, and sometimes we can see that rapid intensification. Hopefully that doesn't happen with Beryl. Now, with our forecast tonight, we got good news. Those showers are ending overnight. There's still a couple out there. I'll track them here in just a moment with you. Slight storm chance as we go on into Saturday. We've entered that into the forecast. Most places are going to stay dry. Better chances for thunderstorms as we head towards Sunday, with Saturday being the better pick of the weekend. A lot of folks on my social media are posting, I'm going to get outside, mow the lawn, get the weeds taken care of. Saturday is going to be the day to do that, with just that tiny chance of a shower or a storm. Better chances for showers and thunderstorms as we go into Sunday, and then that's just a hint of things to come. We got a wet weather forecast ahead. 64 in Madison, calm winds, humidity getting up there pretty high. That's a recipe for some clouds to fill back in tonight. Could even see some clouds near the ground, which we call fog, especially in some of those low-lying areas. Here in Dane County, no showers across our county right now, but you go just to the north into Columbia County, stretching from near Portage over towards Rio, along 16 just south and west of Fountain Prairie near Columbus, a couple of those raindrops coming down out there. They're very isolated. Our radar 3000 showing as we look across the rest of southern Wisconsin, again, that rain is dwindling. But as we move towards Saturday morning, maybe some patchy fog, some variable cloudiness. Temperatures right around 60 degrees are going to boost right up into the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees as we head towards 4 o'clock. Look what happens at 7. Just a couple of little dots out there across southern Wisconsin. Could see a pop-up shower or storm, but the vast majority of southern Wisconsin will be dry Saturday. But here come the thunderstorms knocking on the door as we go into Sunday morning with repeated bouts of showers and thunderstorms Sunday evening, carrying on into Monday and much of next week as well. Rainfall amounts through Sunday at noon, quarter to a half inch at most, with some of these isolated showers and thunderstorms that will pick back up in intensity as we go into Sunday morning. So that's really mostly the rain that we would see on Sunday morning. Temperature-wise, staying where we should for about this time of year, but first to warn, we could be approaching near 90 degrees by the time we get to the end of the 10-day period. And new to add here on our 10-day forecast also, our precipitation chances. Highest on Sunday, going into Monday, where we'll see scattered showers and thunderstorms, then chance of showers and thunderstorms. That 30-40% coverage Tuesday, Wednesday, going on into Thursday. Slight chances as we go towards Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as that heat pushes towards southern Wisconsin. We'll keep an eye on that heat because sometimes we can get those overnight thunderstorm complexes.
Alex, thank you. And if you're sick of swiping on dating apps, you're not alone. Many singles around the U.S. say they're breaking up with the apps because they're frustrated by endless swiping with few results. Last year, Americans downloaded dating apps more than 36 million times. That's down 16% from 2020. Dating coach and host of the Dates and Mates podcast, Damona Hoffman, says people can have a better experience finding a mate on the apps if they practice what she calls dating hygiene.
What's really going on? Which of your pictures get the most engagement? Which of your dates and the conversations are actually turning into something real so that you're not putting all this energy into connections that don't make you feel good, first of all, or materialize into a relationship?
Hoffman says texting and messaging on the app with a special someone is appropriate for a week. Then it's time to meet in person. She says texting any longer than that gives potential daters a false sense of intimacy that could lead to disappointment later on.
And still to come in sports, we'll show you why the Brewers, every time the bases are loaded, are swiping right. Next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We're often asked,
is it really free to hire Gruber Law Offices?
The answer is yes. The call, the consultation, free. You pay nothing until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
We're a family-owned farm. With all the deliveries we make to stores and restaurants, when gas prices go up, we get hit pretty hard. We all know these big oil companies make huge profits off us. And I just think, how many guys like me do they have to screw over to make money? When I heard about President Biden's plan to crack down on big oil companies, I thought, okay, thank God. Because it's about damn time big oil companies started paying their fair share.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised.
My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this 4th of July. You'll also receive the Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will get free shipping.
Brothers Maine enjoys 4th of July festivities with family, friends, and fabulous kitchen and laundry deals. Our fireworks of savings on GE appliances and free delivery will make you ooh and ah. Feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Maddie has heart failure, and it can't be cured. Our neighbor is using a Grace, so I asked Maddie's doctor about them. Turns out, they can help us. They're already managing Maddie's breathing trouble better. A Grace, authentic care and connection. Visit agrace.org to learn more.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
How much I weigh is nobody's business.
But Eric Hovde wants to make it his.
Eric Hovde thinks that if you're overweight, insurance companies should charge you more.
There should be consequences to those personal choices. Fine, you want to do that? Your health care is going to cost more.
How insulting is that?
Hovde would increase health care costs for 1 out of every 3 people in Wisconsin.
Eric Hovde, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
If you've been seriously injured in a car accident, watch out.
The insurance company is going to ask you to sign some papers. Don't do it.
Don't trust the insurance company after your accident. You can miss out on what you really deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today. 1 call, that's all.
They do not see each other all that much, but when they do, the Crew struggle against the Dodgers. They've lost 5 straight to LA and are 1-9 in their last 10. Looking to change that with Aaron Savali on the mound, making his Brewers debut. And that is not Aaron Savali on the mound. We'll tell you what happened in the game. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Well, I don't need to because there it is. Rhys Hoskins hits a grand slam in absolute grand fashion. How about the 7th grand slam for the Brewers this year? Grab your cheese plate. It's a grand salami. An MLB leading 7th grand slam. The score right now, 5-4 Brewers. It's simply unbelievable how they keep doing this. This one will end late. It didn't start till 9:10, but is in the 4th inning as we speak. Josh Jacobs is already making himself at home in Wisconsin. Earlier this week, the brand new Packers running back teamed up with the Milwaukee Fire Department, acting as a firefighter to promote fire safety over the 4th of July weekend. Up in Green Bay this fall, Jacobs, who signed and led the NFL in rushing yards in 2022, will look to continue to stoke the flames of a smoldering Packers offense this season, trying to take the Pack to the next level.
Man, I honestly think the sky is the limit in this offense, man. You know, obviously with having a special guy in Jordan Love, you know, and having a good offensive line and, you know, some good receivers out there make it a lot easier for me. But just to be able to see the game plan and the things that they want me to do this year, the things that they're allowing me to do, I just think it's going to be a special year.
In her sophomore season, Sarah Williams established herself as a certified star. She scored 17 points a game and set a Big Ten record with 17 straight double-doubles. That's why this summer she'll trade in her Badgers jersey for a Team USA uniform. For the FIBA 3-on-3 Nations League tournament in Mexico City, it's just exactly what it sounds like, a 3-on-3 basketball tournament that serves as a qualifier for the 2024 FIBA World Cup and the chance to win a gold medal. Her squad will play a team of WNBA All-Stars in late July to tune up before heading south. Meanwhile, Giannis hopes to keep his country in the chase for the Olympics. His Greek national team will play Luka Doncic and Team Slovenia in the semifinal of their Olympic qualifiers tomorrow early in the morning. The winner will be 1 game away from securing a spot in this summer's Paris Olympics, while the loser will be headed home. We'll be right back.
When a crane collapsed during construction of a Major League sports stadium, 3 workers lost their lives. Their widows called us. When maintenance workers were permanently injured by an industrial accident at a public utilities power plant, the 7 injured workers called us. When a factory exploded, injuring dozens of workers, 18 victims, including all 3 families of men who lost their lives, called us. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Our Constitution has given us more rights, freedoms, and prosperity than any country in history. Every 4th of July, we come together to celebrate those freedoms. But right now, we're a divided nation. We have to stop putting on the blue jersey or red jersey. Instead, put on the red, white, and blue jersey. Come together and get things done. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. I'm proud to be an American.
Visibly eliminate wrinkles and under eye bags in 10 minutes with results that last up to 10 hours without needles and without surgery. Plexiderm does it for only $14.95. Try it this July 4th. Visit plexidermtrial.com.
I love the co-op because of the good food and it supports the community.
I love the fresh produce, coffee at the juice bar for while I'm shopping, and the large selection of bulk products.
I think the prices are great. I love the co-op because they make healthy food affordable for people.
I love the people who work here and the people who shop here.
The vibe is great, and they have fun cooking classes for kids.
I love the co-op. I come here almost every day.
It's kind of my mini vacation going there.
It's only paint. It's only paint that comes in an award-winning twist and pour container. It's only paint that can cover the brightest shade of orange known to mankind in just one coat. It's only paint that will inspire you to write your masterpiece. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who starred in that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only easy opening, smooth pouring, change your life both professionally and romantically. Paint.
Hi, I'm Fiona Rataj with the League of Women Voters of Dane County. Here are 3 things to know. Make sure you are registered to vote at your current address. You can check or register at myvote.wi.gov. If you do not have a Wisconsin driver's license or state ID, you can register to vote with your municipal clerk by completing the registration form on MyVote. Absentee ballots must be requested.
3 things to know, part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact. Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now, weekend mornings, moving forward.
All right, we have an outside chance of a shower on Saturday. Very, very tiny threat. But better chances for showers and thunderstorms Sunday going into Monday. And on and off storm chances Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But not all day washouts expected. Maybe near 90 by next weekend.
There you go. Thanks for joining us today. Have a good weekend. We'll see you on Monday.